Okay, so this template is taken from the health category, and a lot of the templates from the health category are very simple, and I've covered the techniques used in previous videos how to manipulate them. But this was a very interesting um, template in the sense that it has a full length image that basically is the background. So in this one I wanted to show you a completely different technique that may really work, where you can actually incorporate some of the elements from this image and merge it with another image. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a template, or I should say we're going to create a cover which is for, say, massage therapy. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is basically open up, of course, like everything else, you should really make a copy of this template and work on the copy and not the original, because we want to keep the original template. So once you've made a copy, in the layers palette you'll see a group folder here. We'll just expand that down, and we see that this layer here is the layer where we have the image. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a layer right on top over here by clicking this icon here. That's creating a new layer. And then over here I have an image from one of my stock images, so we'll do Control A to select, Control C to copy, and then now we don't need this image, and making sure that the new layer is selected that we just created, we'll do Control V to paste. Now right at this moment it doesn't look like much, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually resize the image. So let's make our canvas quite small, and then Control T to do a free transform. So here is actual image size, and now with the Shift key pressed to maintain the aspect ratio, we're just going to drag this image in like this. Okay, once we've done a little bit like this, now we can see, we'll just expand it a little bit more so we can see it better. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we'll bring this down to about here. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Now we don't want to see too much of the guy here, so we'll do that. And now let me just expand it a little bit to see if it actually fits. Now this is not too bad. At this point I'm just going to drag this image a little bit to the left here, so I see a little bit more of this lady's body. And now we're going to press the enter key to accept our edits. Okay, now here's the magic. What we're going to do is, I like those candles, so if I hide this layer, I actually like these candles, but they're a little bit too big. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that right now. Let us just see if we can blend the two images together. But I like these candles, which kind of conveys the message of, you know, massage and things like that. So what we're going to do is we'll turn on this layer again, and we're going to add a layer mask. So we do that by clicking this little icon here. Now this adds a layer mask, and a layer mask is nothing more than a mask that enables us to basically manipulate or you know, erase portions of this image without actually damaging the image or doing any destructive work on this image. So with that selected, we are going to go to the eraser tool, and we're going to make sure that our opacity is around, you know, 45%, and we have a really, you know, we have a kind of a 50% flow because we don't want harsh edges. And now with our brush around this size, now if you want to make the brushes bigger, you press the right square bracket to make it bigger, and the left square bracket to make it smaller. Okay, so we'll keep it around this size, and now watch what happens. We'll start slightly erasing this stuff, right? And if you notice, these candles kind of come through, which is really cool. Now up here I really want a white background, so I'm just going to erase this out like this, and to get rid of any of this guy's body up here and just keep this background. Okay, so there you go. Now these candles are a little bit too big, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the layer, then Control T to transform, and I'm going to press my shift key to maintain aspect ratio, and I'm going to make this a little bit smaller like this, and I'm going to push this to the side, and just there you go. That's not too bad. Now press the enter key, and over here we can actually remove this by just just taking the eraser and then just erasing this out. So there you have it. That's it. We're done. And now what we're going to do is we are going to select this layer. So with the with this text here, we'll control click this text to select it. It didn't select it. Let me try again. Okay, with these groupings sometimes it kind of doesn't work, but anyway, it says medically fit body, so we'll find that here. It's right here. We'll double click, and now we're just going to type in massage therapy. Hopefully I've spelled it correctly. Control A to select the whole thing, and then we'll just centralize the text. So we'll click this button here. Now click the move tool, and then with the shift key selected or pressed down, we're just going to click and drag this. Now what the shift key does is it basically keeps the dragging in the horizontal motion and not the vertical. Okay, so there you go. Now you can change the the tagline here. You can change the author just like we did before, but I think you get the idea. And there you go. So we basically changed this. We changed this to look completely different. So here's our original, and here's our final. So these are the kind of things you can do, and we'll see you in the next video.